Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Melissa. I'm a personal trainer and group exercise instructor, and I specialize in working with people with multiple sclerosis, but also Parkinson's and other neurological disorders like stroke recovery and other medical issues. So today we're going to be working on some stretching for MS. Specific to MS, there are areas that get really tight. We have sometimes spasticity, and so we're going to work through some of those stretches that will help you, okay? All I have is a towel behind me, so if you can get down to the floor, you can do it right on a towel. If you can't get to the floor, then you really could do this on your bed or on a couch or something like that. We're going to do some nice easy stretches, and I think that we can adapt them to some of those other types of things. I even have a couple of clients who have massage tables, so you could probably do it on a massage table as well. Okay, so meet me back on the mat. Here we go. I'm doing my little flip. Did you like that? All right, I'm just kidding. Okay, so this is my dog, Oliver. Let's not wake him up because then he stays really quiet. And stretches for multiple sclerosis. The first one we're gonna do, we're gonna lay down on our back. And what I've noticed with some of my MS clients is one, spasticity, but also weakness in the hip flexors, okay? So just getting ourselves comfortable on the mat. Sometimes keeping your legs up like this is not that easy. And you may have to hang on. So I'll suggest a couple of things to you really quickly before we even start. And that is, if you have super loose pants on, it's going to be hard to pull on your pants to help with your leg. Okay, so put on something that's a little more firm. And I have seen little cuffs that you can buy that have handles on them. So if you really struggle with pulling your legs up, you can grab a hold of those little handles and then help to lift your leg. Okay, so those are my two little hints for how to get your legs into this position. And then if you need to, you can grab a hold of your pant leg and bring one leg in, and then we're gonna bring the other leg in, okay? So I know that you guys could be at lots of different levels, and so I wanna give you lots of suggestions on how this can work for you. So one of the things that this position does for you is you get a nice stretch through your low back and through your glutes. But beyond that, this can help break tone. So if you're having spasticity, right? You know what that feels like, where it kind of pushes you out into a really nice, tight, straight line. This, coming into a fetal position, is going to help break tone. So it's something that you can use if you need to help break that, okay? And you can even think about curling over to your head into that fetal position is really good for you. So now we're here, we're gonna rock side to side really nice and gently. And I want you to focus on how great that feels on your low back. Because you're doing this with me, right? You're not just watching. Come on and do it with me. Don't make me do this all by myself. All right. So, stretch number one, beautiful. Other things we need to stretch. The hip flexors. They get tight, but they also get sometimes weak, right? So we need both strengthening and stretching for them, okay? And since this is a stretching video, we're not going to be doing the strengthening. We are going to be doing the stretching. So one of the easiest ways to stretch through quadriceps and then into the hip flexors, let's roll to the side. So you're gonna roll your body to the side. Now, once you're here, if this is comfortable, whatever you can do. Now again, I'm gonna have you use your pant legs or your socks, or if you can grab a hold of your foot, you can do that too. And you're gonna grab a hold of whatever you can reach, and you're gonna pull that heel back towards your bottom. As you pull it back towards your bottom, things I want you to do with your upper body. If you're curled in, it's not going to work as well. So I want you to open your body up, pulling your chest back a little bit as you pull your leg back towards your bottom. We'll do this from another angle as well, just to see if that works better for you, and you can try it both ways. Okay, guys? Beautiful. So we're going to hold this. Optimal stretch is 20 to 30 seconds, so we'll talk through it as you hold it. We're almost there. Beautiful, and slowly release. Okay, can you do both legs from this same position? Yes. You should be able to do both legs from this position without having to roll over, though I would say the rolling over is actually quite good for you. Rolling, reach and roll. We even have a whole video on just reach and roll and how to get up. There's a whole video on that also. But if you don't want to roll over right now, you can grab for the bottom foot now. Back of the heel, sock, back of your pant leg, whatever you can grab, and bring it back towards your bottom. Now remember, upper body, we've got to pull that up and back too, opening up the whole front line of the body. So you can do this from this side too. So we're going to hold this for 20 to 30 seconds also. The other side gets just as much love as the first side. Beautiful. And now I want you to slowly release that. Roll to your tummy. So the next way we can do this is to actually pull it back towards your bottom from this position. But not everybody can do this, okay? And the other thing we're doing right now, if you notice, is we're up on our forearms. That's already a great stretch for your back. Spinal extension and spinal extensors. The extensors that are along the spine, those little muscles, they're all along here, can get really tight too and have spasticity. And so you may have it on one side, you may have it on both sides, you may have it in a specific section of your back. I find it very typical for my clients that it's in the mid-back area, and that creates torso tightness that then makes it a little more difficult to breathe. You've heard of the MS hug. That can also include some of the muscles in between your ribs, but the spinal extensors can get really tight too. So little spinal extension's not a bad thing for you. Now I want you to bring it down, bring that leg in, and bring it up toward your bottom. So you're gonna get your heel in as close as you can. Other things you can use: a stretching strap looped around your foot to help you bring this foot back in. It's the same stretch we did before when we were on our side. Okay? Good. And release. Let's do the other side. So you're going to grab back for that foot or use your stretching strap to loop it around your toe. There's a stretching strap that has a fastener on it so you can make a loop, but there are also stretching straps that have loops already in them. So I suggest getting one of those because it's a little bit easier then to pull in and use the stretching strap for yourself. Good, and release. Let's come back up, do one more little spinal extension because it's good for us, because it helps to loosen up the abdominals. If they're bound, it helps with the hip flexors. You can feel all the way down to the hip flexors as you lift up here. Nice deep breath, relax through your shoulders. Excellent, and bring it back down. Now, I'm gonna have us press up and then roll to the side and have a seat on our mat, okay? Now remember, if you're on a couch or you're on your bed, then you're gonna roll to your side and come to a seated position, right? Okay, good. Now, as you bring your legs forward, we're gonna take them into a slight V, and you can do that if you're on your bed or on the couch or on the floor, any of those. Hamstrings also can get tight. All right, so we wanna take our hands to the middle, walk it forward, hold, and give ourselves a little bit of a stretch here, okay? Now you'll also feel a little low back as you lean forward. So remember, if the hamstrings are really tight, that will pull on your low back and create some pain. So we want to make sure that we stretch that out. Try to relax a little bit. And then walk forward just a little bit more if you can. And then relax just a little bit more. One nice deep breath in, exhale. And relax forward even a little bit more. And then bring it all the way back up. That was excellent. Now we're gonna try bringing one leg in, right towards you, and then extending the other leg out. I want you to point and flex and point and flex. This serves two purposes. It's an exercise and it's a stretch. You can feel anterior tibialis stretch here, and then gastrocnemius soleus all the way into the Achilles tendon here, up and behind your knee, right? So you've got lots of things happening here as you point and flex. Now I want you to hold that flexion, take your chest and bring it forward towards that leg. Excellent job. Try to relax and come forward just a little bit more. Can you have another inch or so in there? Let's try. Keep breathing. Slowly tuck that tummy in and come forward just ever so slightly more. Remember, it's not about your head coming down, it's about your chest coming down towards your thigh for a better stretch. And bring it back up. Let's change sides. So we're gonna extend this leg out. We're gonna draw this leg in and bring it in right towards the inner thigh here. Turn towards this leg, and we're gonna come forward slightly. Everybody feeling okay? Beautiful job. Take your time with this. We're gonna spend time stretching here to let this work through your muscles. We're elongating the muscle fibers. We're starting to get the fascia stretched as well, right? So we've got that sheathing on each muscle, and that needs to sort of release as well. So I want you guys to keep working towards coming forward. Gently relax a little bit more. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, come forward even a little bit more. Good. Slowly bring it forward. One more time. You got this. We're going to feel that muscle slowly react to our stretch. Excellent job, and bring it all the way up. Here again, a stretching strap might be handy for you. You're going to bring those feet together and flex those feet. The stretching strap would loop on both feet, and you can use that to pull. But let's just say you don't have a stretching strap and you still want to do this stretch. So your towel will work just fine. Loop it around your feet, and in fact, look at how nicely that covers my whole foot on the bottom, so I can pull the toes towards me as well. So you're going to hang on to your towel, you're going to pull forward, and you're going to pull those feet back. doesn't have to be a deep stretch. It just needs to be a stretch for you. So remember, if you're getting so far that you're getting a stretch response, there's jerking or something, it's a little too far for you, take your time with this. And I want you just to ease into the stretch, walk yourself forward, and hold wherever it feels a tiny bit uncomfortable but not painful, okay? Good. Inhale and relax just for a moment, and then let's exhale and try to come forward a little bit more. At any point, if you need to readjust your positioning or your towel, go ahead and do that. Take a nice deep breath in here. Exhale and try to bring it even that tiny bit more. If you're starting to get stretch response, it's too far, so stop there. I want you to feel your way into the stretch. Good. Slowly release and take your towel off. So maybe this is not a comfortable position for you. Other things that you could do: put yourself up against a wall for that stretch, up against your headboard. If you're on a couch, putting a nice big pillow behind you would help, okay? Any of those things are acceptable and perfectly fine, as long as you're getting the stretching that your body needs, okay? So today we worked on spinal extensors, we worked on hip flexors, and we worked on hamstring and low back stretching. So hopefully that helped you. If you like this, there are other videos on the side you can check out. And you can subscribe to the channel. I hope you liked this, and if you have any suggestions or thoughts or things that you'd like to see, just let me know. Leave a comment, like the video, and have a great day.